Hello, Craig. Welcome to a smidgen of story time. So, last week we wound up not recording, but last week I don't know if you guys got uh any of that fuck off storm cell that blew through kind of the southeast. Um,
Not really.
okay. We did. We got a lot. And there were no tornadoes or anything, but there was very high winds, a ton of rain. My roof has been in bad shape for a while. Like, I guess relatively speaking, like there have been some places where it's leaked and we've repaired it, but I mean the roof is the original roof to this house. It's a metal roof, and there are certain aspects of a metal roof that, unless like destroyed in, a fire or an act of God kind of deal, like are good forever. But the fasteners on a metal roof are not. Um, the rubber that seals them when you screw the roof down will eventually deteriorate and rot away and must be replaced. And whenever you do that, oftentimes what you have to do is use a larger fastener, a wider and deeper screw. Um,
Okay.
because,
This shows you where my head is. Uh,
yes.
it just reminds me of when we used to play Cards Against Humanity, and everybody always brought out the bigger, blacker dick.
Yes, you do need a bigger, blacker dick to screw the roof down. But I mean, those screws only get so big. You can only replace them so many times because, now there are holes in your tin roof. Moisture gets in there. They can rust. That has to be checked for that. Like, they do eventually have to be replaced. And so this is the original roof on this house from when it was built. And the house is 34 or 35 years old. And so, it's time. It's time to replace the roof. And so quite a few of those, not quite a few, but some of those fasteners have just kind of come loose, and we've done what we can to secure it and seal it. And like this year, we're gonna, um, you know, contact some roofers and have them come out and, see if what they can do for it. Is it actually gonna have to fully be replaced? Can we repair part of it? Like, can we, whatever, like, what are our options? Because like replacing a roof on a house of this size is a lot of fucking money.
Mhm.
And the whole commune thing like helps with that, but still it's a lot of fucking money, and the economy is not headed in an upward direction right now. So we uh that is the staging for this. So that huge fuck off storm blows through here, and it's like 2 days of like harsh winds and rain. And Tuesday night, I'm lying in bed, like falling asleep, and I hear this rattling noise, metal rattling, and I out loud go, "Oh no!" And like it's the middle of the night, like I'm not going out to check this, but like I know in my gut, like something has like ripped up on the roof and it is pulling up on that tin. But it's cold, it's windy, it's the middle of the night, it's dark. That's a problem for tomorrow. So in the morning, I go outside and I look up at the roof, and there are two places. One is not so bad. It has peeled up about 2 feet worth of the corner, like pulled it back, and it's like flapping in the wind. But in another part on the roof, like a kind of on two corners of the same side, um, the right corner, a little bit of damage, not too bad. The left side, whole lot of damage. It has ripped up like 6 or 7 feet worth of sheet metal off of the roof.
Time to get out the duct tape.
Well, so I checked this first thing in the morning. I got to go to work because of the
Uh,
thing.
I wasn't joking.
No, I know. Well, I'll get to that. So I'm like, this, I can't deal with this right now. I have to go to work. I don't have any vacation time left. I've used up all of my like sick days, between like medical stuff and then the thing that I told you about that I didn't put on the recording because of like what it was, like that situation used up a lot of my sick time to go deal with that. Um, so it's like, it's not supposed to rain today. I guess I'll just gonna go to work. And I thought I should have checked this, but I didn't. I was like, I've got a shitload of different types of screws in there. Surely I've got some roofing screws. And it won't be pretty, it won't be perfect, but I will get up there on the roof and I will like screw this thing down and spray some like rubber sealant up there. And we're gonna call the roofing people anyways later this year. It's just one more thing, you know. So I go to work, I come home, I go digging through the garage. And I'm digging, and I'm digging, and I'm digging. And you might see where this is going. I don't have any roofing screws. So it's 6 o'clock, 6:15, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. It's gonna get dark soon. So by the time I get to Lowe's and get roofing screws and come back, it's gonna be dark. The wind is blowing again. It's starting to rain. And I'm like, I've got to get up there and I've got to put this down somehow. Because if I don't, and it gets really gusty again tonight, that one section is going to blow up even farther and it might even rip it all the way off. So I get out my 24-foot extension ladder, run it up there to the roof with duct tape, and I mash the corner down, and then I take the roll of duct tape and I wrap it around the corner like 6 or 7 times. And, I smack it a couple of times, like that's going to do anything. And I'm like, yep, that'll have to hold until tomorrow. So then I, skittered back down the ladder, which is fucking scary. Like, ladders scare me. I don't mind heights. I can be on a tall building. I can be in an airplane. I can be, like, on a balcony looking over the edge, and I'm fine. But ladders really scare me. I think because I don't feel secure on a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's a long way to fall. I am fat, too, which doesn't help. So, that was Wednesday. Then, Thursday, on lunch, like when I take my lunch at the office, I leave and go to Lowe's and pick up roofing screws, and I get some more sealant, because I actually got up there and saw the damage and how many, where it had ripped a bunch of stuff up, and I knew I was gonna need more. And then when I got home, I climbed up on my roof, cut the duct tape off, screwed in like 24 roofing screws to put this thing back down. Which was honestly probably overkill, but like not all of them were as secure as they should have been because of kind of like the area that I'm working with up there. So I went overkill on the screws to, because not all of them were as secure as they honestly need to be, and then sprayed the whole thing down.
That'll keep the leaks out. More holes.
More holes. Then I sprayed the whole section down with like rubber cement. It looks like shit because it's black and the tin is like this kind of grayish green color. It looks awful, but like, I actually don't care. At 2, nobody can fucking see up there if you're not in a helicopter. And 3, gonna get it looked at to be replaced this year, so I'm not all that worried about it.
Although I'm just waiting for the follow-up story. So the roofers laughed their asses off at me.
I'm sure they will laugh their asses off at me, but like honestly, like it's fine. That is something that I do not have a lot of experience with, despite my history, like growing up on a farm and doing all this housing shit and being like, the dad of the commune. Like, roofing is not something I've ever done very much of. So, I've built a couple of like sheds, which we put sheet metal on as a roof and kind of screwed that down, but that's about it. I mean, the principles are the same. Like you're fastening metal to some wood underneath on the frame, but I don't know how to do it properly and make it look nice and neat. And I'm probably like being wasteful on my materials, but it'll hold. I think this is that whole "hear me, baby" hold together. Then the small section that was like torn up, like I fixed that too. Like that was easy. So yeah. That's my story time. We didn't record last week, but I would have told that story, and it would have been fresh. I'd have been like, so climbed up on my roof for an hour after work today.
And see me, I'm just transitioning jobs or trying to. Which it's sad that the base pay on kitchen prep is $2 more than management at a fast food place,
Yeah. That's the thing though. That's a stat you hear all the time. Like it's better for you to switch jobs every couple of years than it is to stay somewhere, even within the same industry, because that kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
increase in base pay or differences in like the types of locations, even if it's within the same field.
I mean, this one's further out, but I could leverage that a couple different ways. So, uh, right now at KFC, if I want to hit the grocery store, I have technically two places, but yeah, right. One's a local grocery store that has some pretty good stuff, but is typically more expensive, or Kroger. But on a longer trip back, I could hit Aldi, I could hit Kroger, I could hit a couple different places. And we were talking before recording start. If I want to grab food on the way home, uh, I have a hell of a lot more choices and things that we just can't get here.
Yeah.
Like today, I finished my onboarding paperwork. I picked up Long John Silver's on the way home. It's been a long time since I've had Long John Silver's. And yes, I know it's battered fried fish, but damn it, I wanted battered fried fish and smother it in fucking malted malt milk, not malt milk,
Malted vinegar.
malt vinegar, yeah. And that's what I goddamn had.
Hell yeah, brother. I mean, when you want something, that's what you want, like there's no
Hmm.
shame in that.
Yeah, and Anita had some fish tacos, which also, the fact that Long John Silver has fish tacos down. I mean, right?
Yep. We used to have a Long John Silver's here. They closed a couple years ago. That Mejia's place I mentioned to you before we were recording
Yeah.
actually bought the old Long John's building.
And I felt
We,
such camaraderie. I went in and heard somebody complaining about their damn oil. It's like, say no more. I know how you feel.
just give them a reassuring, like
Yeah, like I
shoulder
almost
pat.
ended up in the emergency room. I didn't get a chance to tell you this one because somebody overfilled one of the pressure fryers. And when it does that, it starts spitting oil when you pop the lid on it after it's cooked.
Yeah. So did you get some oil on you, but avoided a
No,
burn?
no. Thankfully, I wasn't standing directly next to it. I kind of reached over, but I think I know, who did it, but I can't prove it. And yes, it's exactly who you think it is. Pre-recording stuff, but yeah, it just don't know how he's not fired yet.
Right. Well, based on what you said pre-recording, it seems like that's probably in the cards.
Possibly, but we'll see.
Yeah. But that was my story time. Sounds like that was your story time too.
Yeah, my story time is just I'm in the middle of transitioning jobs, basically because they went through and axed a bunch of hours, and I lost basically 5 right off the top, dropping from 35 to 40 to 30 to 35, which it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if I could go somewhere else, get $2 more an hour as a starter pay, get experience in a different field of cooking, or more hands-on cooking, I guess I should say, instead of just frying shit. And who knows, maybe actually transition to a different restaurant later on. All right.
Yeah. I guess I have employment changes too, but I'm moving into private practice as opposed to getting a new job somewhere. I'm becoming my own
Mm-hmm.
damn boss. But that's a bit of a process.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, like I told you, like I'm not quitting my job and opening a practice. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna start slow and build into quitting at my current clinic. More money, better hours. Benefits will be effectively the same because my company's insurance sucks. Their
Mm.
insurance package this year was awful.
Oh, and here's one thing that's kind of interesting is that Bob Evans actually offers a 401k.
Oh, nice. Oh shit, I'm glad you said that because I gotta look into my 401k for when I leave. Like, do I leave it or do I cash it out? Like, technically speaking, I should probably leave it and keep putting money into it, but I could use that essentially as like startup capital to fund the initial things that I need to purchase moving into private practice. I don't want to borrow any more money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of debt all the rest of the way, except for like my house. You'd look into that.
Oof. Oh, that's nasty. You ever see a game click on? It's like, oh, I'm really excited to try this, and then just immediately just dope out.
What game are you talking about?
Well, I was looking at Anno 1800 since it's the spring's sale starting, and I hadn't
Yeah,
looked at the Anno games in a while. It's 90% off, so $6, and it has, which I know some of this is double up because season passes and shit. Do you know how much fucking DLC is for Anno 1800?
no, I bet a lot though, based on the way you're saying that.
$231.15.
Holy shit! Why? I mean, I'm guessing it's
It looks like it's a lot of like cosmetic DLC that adds random buildings. But let's see. This one for $6, Sunken Treasure. Immerse yourself further in the Industrial Revolution thanks to new quests, the diving bell system, and a huge new island and item crafting. That doesn't sound just cosmetic, you know?
yeah. The last game I played was in the Anno series was 2205, which had 4 pieces of DLC. Looking at it, I have them all. I guess I bought the season pass at some point,
Well, there's
or
four
maybe it was
different season
included. Like,
passes.
damn, dude, that's awful. Oh, I bought the Ultimate Edition that came with all the stuff.
All right, if let's see. I don't even know. Okay, so the base version is $6. Anno Year 5 Gold Edition, which it doesn't really list what it fucking has, is $40 at 60% off. The Definitive Anniversary, which I imagine that has all the DLC, maybe, is $51 at 60% off. Then there's the Industrial Immersion Bundle, which has 6 pieces of DLC in Anno 1800. I shouldn't need a damn flowchart for this, you know?
Yeah,
Okay, so the definitive anniversary is the one that has everything in it, and it's still $52. That's absurd. Which,
I
yes,
wish.
I know some of this is purely cosmetic, but it's not, you know?
Yeah, I wish they'd do another future game. I like the sci-fi stuff better than the historical stuff for Anno. Because I've played 2070, 2205, and then I've played I think it's 1404, I've played one or two of the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
And just I prefer the future stuff.
Well, I got turned off of wanting to do the future stuff just because the always online component of whatever one I was
Yeah,
looking at, you know. And the thing is, I know this is going to go out on the limb, and it's very controversial, but I don't fucking trust Ubisoft.
you're right. I don't either.
So the moment they have an always online component to their game, it just has me back away from it. Okay, let me start copying over stuff. I have a couple things.
I wonder if any of the Star Wars stuff is on sale.
Oh,
I have gotten into like watching some challenge speedrunning and challenge YouTubers
uh-huh.
because of of the Halo stuff, which I'll get into, when we do the main show because I'm a part of that Halo discussion. I'm it's rattling in my brain.
Hmm.
But there's one YouTuber I watched who has been doing challenge videos for Star Wars Republic Commando and KOTOR 1 and 2, which I already have the KOTOR games on Steam. Um, but it's got me wanting to play Republic Commando. That's not on sale. It's $10, but it's the principle of the thing. It's a sale.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll do a big Star Wars sale in May for May the 4th.
Hmm.
So I'll just wait till then.
Okay, and there's that one. Alrighty.
Talking about Ubisoft and Star Wars. I mean, I would like to play Star Wars Outlaws, but it's a Ubisoft title, and so I'm just not gonna.
Yeah, before we get started, I do need to grab a drink. I'm just going to grab the my water bottle out of my backpack. My
Okay.
haterade. So I'll be right back.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I never. You said you put the news topics in. I didn't. I got distracted. I didn't go look.
Yeah, I did. I just put them at the top.
Gotcha. Easy peasy.
So one thing I didn't bring up. Let's see if you want to talk about Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remake reportedly set for imminent reveal.
Yeah, I don't know how much I have to say about it. Like, there's some stuff there because they're the folks that have been working on the Sky Oblivion mod for
Mhm.
forever that are worried that they're gonna get hit with
Yep.
copyright stuff. Um, and honestly, like, I don't trust that Bethesda and Microsoft will release something that works well. I feel like it'll just suck, and I'd much rather have that Sky Oblivion mod.
Wait a minute. You mean the company that is notorious for needing the modern player base to fix their goddamn game every single fucking time won't release a game that is worth playing on release with that?
Shocker, I know. But yeah, I mean that's more or less my thoughts on it. Maybe that we'll get into some back and forth, but yeah, I don't really have anything good to say about it. But all right, are you ready?
I think so.
Do you have Audacity up?
That might help. One moment, please. I'm hoping my computer's done updating random bullshit in the background. I guess we'll
Hopefully.
find out the hard way. Alright, I'm all set.
All right, ready to record in 3, 2, 1, record. And for the sync, 3,
2,
1, sync.
sync.
Yay, kitchen sink.
Well, at least it's not the bathroom sink.